It's the Florida Gators against the North Carolina Tar Heels. Well, the 7th to 8th grade version of it. I'm Kyle Smith alongside John Walls for the 7th to 8th grade championship of the Elk Grove Park District. And North Carolina, the actual Division I team, has been struggling, but the team that's in the championship game today, John, they're very good at 8-2. The problem is Florida is undefeated at 10-0.
Yeah, we looked at Florida in warm-ups. They've got the height. I do know a couple players on North Carolina. They had the outside shot, so it's going to be classic, I hope.
Florida has a lot of size. The guys to watch out for, 3 big guys, and they're going to be rotating between small forward, power forward, and center. You got Amin Faraj, Ryan Condrone, and Austin Potoknik, and it looks like Potoknik is their tallest guy, number 11.
Yeah, he looks like a pure athlete, great basketball player just in warm-ups. But they got Devin Wilde over here on the North Carolina side. I've seen Devin play many games. He's got inside game, outside game, great ball handler, and sees the court well. This could be an interesting, real interesting game.
If North Carolina can knock down that three-point shot, it's going to isolate that size advantage that Florida has, because Florida has the size advantage, but if you get 2 points, the other team gets 3, and that keeps adding up over the onslaught of the game, North Carolina is going to become the victor tonight.
Yeah, well, North Carolina didn't get here just on one player alone, but I will mention again Devin Wilde. I've seen him go on streaks to hit 4, 5, 6 threes in a row in less than 4 minutes. We'll see how he gets it. Coach doesn't seem to be starting him tonight, which is a little gamesmanship here in house basketball. It's who you finish with. You'll see probably your better shooters, better players.
Amin Faraj will take the tip. Opposing him is Sanji, and Sanji wins it, but picking it up right away is Potoknik. Attacking, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by the Tar Heels.
Ooh, good rebound by number 10, Serrano.
Once again, North Carolina, a size disadvantage, but they have a lot of good outside shooters. And going right after with a three-point shot, gets the offensive board, and getting the putback to go, Ken Sanji.
Sanji and Serrano just within half a minute of this game, I can tell you they're not intimidated. They're throwing their bodies around, and they're aggressive. This could be a really interesting game.
And how about this? A forward taking it up. Potoknik and one style. He'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
You're never going to get that call, but Potoknik actually runs into, on purpose, on a player, but the player wasn't set, so easy layup and on the line for old-fashioned 3.
A lot of size, and he could also dribble. Good-looking player, number 11. Rebounded by who else? Ken Sanji.
Sanji already 2 rebounds, and he's just super aggressive on the boards.
Also won that tip. So Sanji not intimidated by the size advantage of the Gators, and we're all tied at 2. Stolen away by Florida. They're looking to attack.
Serrano right off his foot. You're getting a...
And that's something that North Carolina does not want to do, become in foul trouble against this size advantage Gator team.
Yeah, Potoknik was aggressive, but he ran up right on the ball handler, and that's going to be Barrett was aggressive.
Potoknik calling for the ball, but double teamed on the inbounds play. Kind of surprised by that, John. They have other players besides Potoknik. Don't force it if it's not there.
Yeah, you kind of get in a rhythm as a team. I'm going to guess, early on that he's probably their best player, and you don't want to fall in love with it too much.
Great offensive possession there, and Potoknik from downtown.
So far, we've seen 2 possessions. We have an in and an out game on number 11 for Florida.
So the front court player stealing the show of the 2020 championship games. And how about that? A baseball pass, trying to go coast to coast, an up and under move, and can't finish. But he gets his own board.
A little jump stop, ball fake, and it can create rebound or wide open layups.
I like the creativity there. John just couldn't finish. 2-on-2 the other way, driving in. Potoknik, and a beautiful play from behind by Serrano.
Potoknik had his head down on the dribble. Unfortunately, he had a player wide open all day for a layup.
Now at the top of the key is North Carolina will slow it down. Barrett out to Sanji, not the guy you want with the ball, and Sanji gets it back to his point guard, and Barrett. Ill-advised pass, and now a man advantage for the Gators. Potoknik, so much size inside, but Sanji with another great contest.
Sanji's a beast right now, absolute beast. He's given away a lot of height, but he's got a lot of toughness. His hands are on the ball every time there's defensive play.
You need to be fundamentally sound. I believe Barkley was only 6'9", but he was so much more fundamentally sound than every other power forward in the NBA. Fadeaway jumper. How about that?
Very close to a 3. 7-2 run-out lead by Florida.
Michael Jordan might not be in the building, but number 23, Brian Richardson, is. A beautiful-looking fadeaway jumper by 23.
Good-looking shot.
7-2 in favor of the Gators. North Carolina has dominated the glass, but they're not dominating the scoreboard. Potoknik is the reason why he's got 5 points and now a steal. And a very good decision there by Potoknik. It got stolen away, but it would have been an easy layup the other way, and he reached in. No clear path foul as it was a foul right away.
I'm going to be interested to see Potoknik. Obviously, he's a great athlete, but 3 possessions, and I've seen him dribble with his head down. He's missing some open players. That could be a problem with these defenders if they're that aggressive.
Jacob Serrano attacks the paint and gets the floater, 7-4. Yeah, it seems like his dribbling is too high. He needs to get lower with that dribble.
Yeah, he's a superior athlete, you can tell, but you got to see the whole court.
You want to get that dribble at waist length, right at the hip. He's getting kind of at his shoulder almost.
Serrano, little some nice ball handling moves as well for a big guy. Maybe overheard Coach Tom Hendricks saying we got to spread the floor out a little bit.
Yeah, try to find Sanji if you can on the low block. Jump ball, and the possession arrow is to North Carolina, the away team. Remember,
so if Serrano gets his hands on the ball, it's going to be very rare that anybody's going to take it from him. I can tell you that. They're running basically a simple box, but it usually gets people open.
As you can hear Tom Hendricks saying, attack the basket.
Yeah, Tom's been doing this a long time. He's a good coach.
Serrano has the hot hand right now.
Wide open for the 3.
Yeah, that's not a possession that was in North Carolina's favor.
Yeah.
You want to shoot threes, John, but that's just too early in the possession. A couple more passes, then start to think about the three-point shot.
I think he was so wide open, he thought, I got to put this up, or the fans in the stands might get on me. Got a little walk. We did get the call there.
I do like Potoknik's game, but he needs to play more in rhythm, especially with the dribbling. He's out of sorts right now, and his head's not up all the time in terms of looking for his teammates.
Well, we watched Faraj in warm-ups too, and he seems like a pretty good player, and he has yet to see the ball on offense, which is a little bit surprising.
If you're wondering why they did not call a blocking foul, it's because his feet were set. Even though the North Carolina player let in, feet were set to travel instead of a defensive foul. There's Potoknik now. He's listening to us, it seems like, and his dribbling is more lower to the ground. Hand check before the shot. 1:56, so now it'll be standard basketball without a running clock. If you're just joining us, the 6th grade game was won by the Jackrabbits because of number 10.
Yeah, that was a good game, too. The first half was good, low scoring, but then the Jackrabbits just had an unbelievable second half.
Yeah, Cheyenne Dad with 15 points and 7 rebounds. And
we call it travel. I'm glad to see that because I didn't see the foul. When he blew the whistle, I thought, wow, I didn't see anybody, but it was a travel. It's a good call.
They do call the foul against Wilde. Yes, Amin Faraj was there on the block. 7-4 in favor of the Gators.
Ryan Condren with the ball. Potoknik's working up really high. It's interesting, but they got Faraj down low.
Yeah, Faraj has got to move. He's just standing still.
Yeah. Somebody can set a screen for him, or here he comes to set a screen.
Fakes the screen, getting back out into the paint. There's Potoknik again. Can he deliver? This time, no.
Good
rebound. Rebounded by Miles Barrett with under a minute to go. Fakes the shot.
Miles Barrett went to that rebound. He didn't wait for the rebound to come to him, and that's why he got the rebound.
Potoknik looking to go coast to coast.
Does him a foul.
And it's a shooting foul. Another and one for Potoknik. So shouldn't the clock stop now, John?
No, it's 3rd and 4th quarter.
Okay, so
excuse me, the 2nd quarter, last 2 minutes, and the last 2 minutes.
So why did it stop when it was at 1:56?
There must have been a call of some sort, because we do have a running clock currently.
That time he can't get the three-point play. Should have been an over the back against North Carolina. They got away with one.
Faraj got attacked underneath, and it was off of him. But
9 seconds left. They got to hustle. An on-ball screen. Now 5 seconds left.
Good pass to
mid-range J, air ball, and it'll be rebounded by the Gators, and that will do it for the first quarter. Exciting action. The one player that's giving North Carolina problems is number 11, Austin Potoknik.
Absolutely. But I looked out on North Carolina's bench. They got a couple pretty good players that didn't play that quarter. So there might be a little gamesmanship on the coaches. That first and second quarter, when you turn your lineup in, if you're coaching, you don't know what the other guy's going to do. Sometimes you can get lucky by sitting one of your better players. We'll see.
Yeah, remember, each player has to play at least 2 quarters, so that
Correct.
means Potocny is going to have to sit at least one.
Correct.
When do you want to sit him? This would probably be the quarter you'd want to sit him.
I would think, and then it looks like North Carolina's going to come out with Devin Wilde, who I say, if he gets hot, is as good as anybody out here shooting the ball. Now it's only a 5-point lead, and you've got your strong players on there, and maybe Florida sits maybe their best strong player.
They have to. Remember, I guess you could try to have him play all 4 quarters, but that's going to be really tough because you got to get these other kids in for 2 quarters.
So every player has to play a quarter before any player plays 2.
Yeah.
And these teams both have, I believe, 8 players, so it gets a little dicey. Keep making sure playing time is equal. It's not as easy as you think. Believe me, I've been there. You think about it before the game, and game time comes, and that all goes out the window. You're just throwing guys out there.
And it's not like an IHSA game. It's a running clock, so you got to be on your toes subbing these kids in, but you also want to try to win the game. Not easy.
So Devin Wilde in. We got Heischman in. Kamdar's in. Sanji's still in. And Miles Barrett's still in for North Carolina. And we'll see what we'll get to Florida here in a second.
They decide to go to Blake Shaw off the bench, another big guy for the Gators. Has the 3-point shot. That's the time you want to pull the trigger, John. He was wide open for a lot of seconds. Attacking the low block, reach-in foul.
So Farage is still on the court. Potocny, the older brother, I believe the older brother, but the taller brother of the two. Looks like they're going to try to work the ball into Farage pretty quickly here. That's the first possession.
Timeout called by Hendricks. 9-4 the score. So Sanji's done everything except score. I think once they get the ball back, they're going to try to feed it to him on the low block and see if it gets double teamed, kick it back out for a 3-point shot.
I like Hendricks' timeout right there. All right, he's down 5. There are a couple possessions each, no points scored, but he's seen what the other coach is doing, and I think he's calling his players in to say, hey, listen, on defense, this is what we want to do, whatever it would be. But they are trying to work the ball down. Florida's trying to work the ball down lower more this quarter, it seems, than they did in the first quarter.
9-4 the score with 7:36 on the game clock. Remember, it'll still be running clock until the 4th quarter, and there is no full court press until the last 2 minutes. So
corrected the 3rd and the 4th. The stands are considerably a little more packed here tonight. There's a little more contingent of maybe 6th, 7th, 8th graders, maybe some freshmen too. I see some high schoolers that have some brothers in the game, some Elk Grove Park District alum.
A lot of good players to watch tonight.
Farage, good screen roll, and he's getting the layup, and he didn't make it. That could have been a foul. Great play coming out of a timeout.
You force the North Carolina defense to come in, and it allows Farage to get the mismatch one-on-one near the basket.
And it wasn't even a true post-up. I mean, he's just kind of moving towards the basket with his height. You just get it to his hand, and you're going to have success. The lefty makes it.
He's got everything. He's got the socks. He's got the nice-looking free throw. He's got the goggles. What was that guy's name? Kurt Rambis?
Kurt Rambis, one of the first, if not the first.
All he needs is that Richard Hamilton-type mask on his nose, and then he's all set.
Yeah, right. I like Farage's game right now. I love his free throws. He had rotation, got on his toes, very calm. There's Devin Wilde with the ball.
Yeah, with the okey-doke move, going a little old school on the dribble.
Yeah.
Too much dribbling there, John. You got to pass it out quicker.
Good block by Devin.
Now we're going to
have wide open player here for North Carolina. Takes a shot and it's in. Good basket by Comder.
The basket's good, but I think head coach Tom Hendricks would have liked a couple more dribbles, get a little bit closer to the hoop. Basket's a basket, though.
2 is 2.
There's Sanji again. Man, is he a lethal force near the hoop.
He is. He and Serrano, man. I put those two down low in the 4th quarter, and there might not be a rebound ever unless it's just drops in Florida's lap.
Now on the left wing, out to the top of the key. There's Haraide Kamdar.
Ooh, Devin dribbled off his foot, unfortunately.
Tries to get it to Farage and can't keep it in. 11-6. So everything that's gone well for Florida, but all that matters is the score. North Carolina hits a 3. They're only down by 2.
Yeah, they're still in it. Faraj with a lot of hustle there. That was good. It was not as good a pass as you want, but he never gave up on it. Nice little ball fake, and Devin just misses the three.
If there's one thing that I want Sanji to work on his game, call for the ball more.
Yeah.
He's got the hot hand right now. Call for the ball, post up, and then get on the low block, make that turnaround shot. Have confidence in your hook shot. Have confidence in your inside game.
Nice little guard match up here, Pototnik and Wilde.
Oh, look at that defense.
Yeah, you see Wilde come out of nowhere and just I'm surprised it wasn't a foul. It looked like he got a shoulder, but Devin's aggressive.
We're playing street ball tonight. There's no fouls.
I'll take that. Yeah, Devin's dribbling in front of him. He's not using his body. We'll see if he changes that up a little bit. Heisman's been open on his left side. Baseline extended a little bit. I'd like to see somebody get him the ball. Heisman 2 for North Carolina. Sanji with the screen roll. Devin with the drive. Floater, no.
Rebounded by the Gators. Oh, no, at the last second, Miles Barrett got in there.
What they're going to call on that is there's no full court press, I believe, or did they call a foul on Barrett?
Probably a foul on Barrett.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And that's big because North Carolina is getting into foul trouble. Oh, nice backdoor cut, and on the help defense is Barrett. Barrett trying to save it, and he does. Last second, he throws it at the feet.
Blake Shaw tried the catch and shot in all one motion. If he comes down, jump stop, he's got 2. But there's a lot of his buddies here tonight. They're all watching.
You know, it's not easy for kids that have never played under the bright lights of cameras and play-by-play color commentators. Sometimes those jitters are going to come into play in the first half, and still a low score at 11-6. Really, Florida has been easy to guard tonight except when Pototnik is on the floor.
Yeah.
So they'll get Pototnik back in the third quarter.
That's his brother there for 2. Sanji just absolutely controlling the boards.
Yeah, even when he doesn't get the board, John, because he's such a force out there, he boxed out everybody else and allows his teammates to get the basketball.
Yeah, and he runs them down. You know, you got to go to the ball, obviously.
Bounce pass to the little guy of the Pototnik brothers.
That's a nice move.
Now to Faraj, turnaround Jay.
Right? Too easy.
13-6, biggest lead of the night for the Gators. You can see some frustration by Barrett, but still only 7 points. And even though Pototnik will come back into the third quarter, they still have Sanji to guard him.
Devin just can't get one to fall. Miles Barrett's had a couple. Sanji, I think we got to get, you don't want to rush it too much this early, but we got to get some other players involved in the offense.
Bounce pass. Hey, gets his own board, attacks.
That's his game right
there.
Where's
the foul?
That was a foul you would think he would get.
Bounce pass. Mid-range Jay and another offensive board by Barrett.
Good offensive board by Barrett for sure. Good move by Devin.
Wilde.
Jump
Mid-range
stop
Jay,
in.
yes. Bring it up. 2 points for Wilde. It's now 13-8.
It's only 2 points, but I think that's a big possession in this game.
Driving in should be a travel.
No Euro step here. Should be outlawed in all the country.
You're not a fan of the James Harden Euro step?
I am not a fan of the Euro step.
The Euro League would disagree with you.
James Naismith is rolling over in his grave. Devin got away with a carry there.
Yeah. Doesn't matter because Amin Faraj with a thunderous block. Welcome to the block party, says Amin. And in transition on the fast break, the Gators answer Ryan Condren.
A good teamwork 3-4 person pass layup can diffuse anybody. It just takes all the wind out of your sails. That was a good team 2 points.
Yeah, the North Carolina crowd is now silenced after that fast break and the block by Faraj. Getting to the 1 minute mark, and on the steal is Pototnik. Loses it, gets it back, ball's to the floor, trying to kick it out. Ball still loose and picked up by North Carolina. Possession arrow towards the Gators.
Pototnik and Devin Wilde both after that ball aggressively. They call it jump ball, which is Florida's ball. 50 seconds left in the second.
Now gamesmanship could be at its finest here for the Gators. Remember, no shot clock because if they have a lot of confidence in their passing, they can hold for the last shot. They don't, and it's blocked by Wilde. Sanji again, that time on the pass. Now to Wilde. Wilde, a couple nice dribbles through the legs. Double team comes, kicks it back out to the three-point line. 25 seconds on the game clock, a 7-point lead for the Gators, stolen away by Florida. That's Blake Shaw on it. Ooh. And a steal from behind by Christian Heischman.
Nice play, real good play.
15 seconds now remaining in the half. Another steal, that time it's by Farage, bad foul, and they should be in the bonus now.
Yeah, Comder had a little turnover, a frustration reach foul on the
Got to shoot because the running clock. He does at the buzzer and can't get it to foul. So they put Potocnik on the bench, and it pays dividends for the Gators. They're up 15-8 going into halftime. You're watching the 7th to 8th grade championship game here on EGTV. We'll take a 5-minute break, and we'll be back. We appreciate you watching today's broadcast. Second half of basketball about to begin. The Florida Gators against the North Carolina Tar Heels. Once again, my name's Kyle Smith alongside John Walls. Not John Wall from the Washington Wizards, but John Walls.
Yeah, this was a good first half. There's a little bit of gamesmanship on the lineups between the coaches, but now you're going to have the nerves are gone, and we're going to get back to maybe a little cleaner basketball. But the player in the first quarter that took over was Potocnik, number 11. Just in and out, three-pointers, underneath baskets. He was a force.
And unfortunately for the Tar Heels, because they have to get everybody in, they have to put Sanji on the bench. And that's the one guy that's been able to handle Potocnik off the dribble.
Yeah, I think Serrano will do a nice job. He's pretty aggressive, too, and he looks pretty strong. I don't think he's going to be intimidated. It'll just be size, but we'll see what happens.
Remember, it's a running clock, so if Florida gets to a 10-plus point advantage, they can start, holding the ball a little bit more and forcing North Carolina to speed up their offense.
So we got to press this. 8th graders, I'm sorry, Kyle, 8th graders, you can do both the entire second half. You can press.
You lied to me, John.
I know. It's been a while since I've coached in this league.
You had one job, John, and you blew it.
I blew it.
15-8 the score, 7:44 on the game clock. Potocnik, very good-looking player, but he's still got stuff to work on.
Classic ladder inbounds. The play really should be going to Potocnik at the end, but when you find anybody that's open, you inbound the ball.
Oh, nice. What a play by Serrano.
Serrano will not be intimidated, I'm telling you. Right before they had the ball come in play, kind of a little chirping between the two. Both were smiling, but they were kind of going at it verbally a little bit. This could be interesting this quarter.
Serrano up to the task with his buddy Sanji on the bench. This time he's on offense. Turnaround Jay. Air ball trying to get the board is Camdar. And there's Potocnik again.
See, I like to see him share the ball there and you get it back. Nice steal by Devin Wilde.
And it's going to be an easy layup for North Carolina. Oh, no, I lied.
Oh, Devin didn't want to go left-handed, and it cost him. Potocnik just a force at this point.
So much size that Florida has to handle with Potocnik on the floor.
Good bucket by Ian Epstein. Nice pass by his teammate.
That's a 4-point swing. Could have been a 15-10 game. Now it's 17-8. Wilde trying to put the team on his back with the handles. He'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, he is. He's got the capability, but I think if he finds a couple open people early this quarter, defense will loosen up on him a little bit. He might end up scoring more points by the end of the third.
He's repping the ankle socks tonight. A couple other players doing that, but yeah, Wilde with the ankle socks.
Old school. Well, there's many old schools, right? Just depends on what generation you're in.
There's even Old School, the movie.
Yeah, right. Serrano and Potocnik still talking on the free throw line. I kind of going to enjoy this matchup here in this third quarter.
Well, North Carolina knows if we're going to win this game, Potocnik cannot beat us. We got to find somebody else to beat us.
Absolute triple team on him. Good play by Heischman.
As you can hear Hendricks telling them to push, and I agree. They have a mismatch, and Wilde going to the line for the N1.
It's a special play right there. Now again, that's traveling in my book, but my book isn't the rules anymore. So
Yeah, we don't do travels. That's just recommended, not required.
Right. That's an alternate.
We want points. We don't care about the rules and travels.
Still a great play by Devin Wilde.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. This kid is must-watch TV at the point guard position. And one, and don't go anywhere. Get your popcorn ready because now it's a 5-point lead for the Gators.
Yeah, and I see how Florida reacts to the full-court press, although this was easy for Patoknik. That's Dylan Patoknik.
Looked like Steve Nash on that coast-to-coast move.
Yeah.
Driving in, Wilde trying to pull Patoknik. Patoknik steals it. His brother is calling for the pass, and he can't get it. I think Patoknik had enough room to try to drive in himself.
I do. I think he saw him wide open, but all he has to do is a little ball fake to 11 and have number 1 Patoknik keep the ball, and it's an easy left-handed layup.
And that's big because a 3-point shot would make it just a 4-point deficit. Wilde with the handles tonight, another layup, and they might have to consider double-teaming him.
Yeah, if he gets below the free throw line, you're going to have to get some help on Devin.
Patoknik looking to go coast to coast, and he does, and he gets the bunny to fall. North Carolina trying to hang on for dear life. Sanji will be available next quarter.
Down by 7, 3 shot by Devin. Maybe ill-advised. It didn't run any time off the clock. We didn't have any movement on offense.
Patoknik on the inbounds pass, guarded closely by Wilde. Here comes the press, and the Gators able to beat it. Long range 2, no good.
Richardson with the shot there.
Serrano boxing out again, and he's looking to push. In transition. Oh, what a play by Patoknik. Saves it and gives it to his little brother.
I thought Patoknik, Dylan, maybe had a little block on that, but there was no call.
And I thought that Hendricks might call timeout there, but he's going to let them play on.
He might be coming over half court. Nope, he's going to let him play.
Mid-range Jay, that time can't get it to fall. Patoknik on the board. He's a little guy, but he's sneaky with those boards.
Yeah, he's getting around every single defender at this point. Nice play. Sharing the ball will do you wonders. There's your timeout.
Yep, there's the timeout by Hendricks. And Patoknik might be hurt.
Yeah, he's at mid-court. Looks like something in the stomach area. Might be out of gas. He's been running up and down more than anybody in the court.
Hopefully he's okay. You never want to see a kid get hurt, especially in a championship game.
So we're doing a little fast court, high energy, and I don't think that played for North Carolina. I think they need to get over half court, maybe take a little more time off the clock, set a couple plays, and gun for there.
Yeah, just the problem is not only is Patoknik so tall, but because he's so tall, it leads to long strides, and it's hard for them to keep up when they don't have their best defender on the floor in Sanji. Serrano's a good defender, but their best one is Sanji.
Agreed. And then you got Dylan Patoknik, who's a great little ball handler. He's gone coast to coast a couple times.
And this score could be even worse. Remember, Patoknik tried to pass it to his brother instead of doing the fake pass and driving in for the easy left-handed layup on the 2-on-1 advantage.
He ended up into the 7th, 8th grade stands over there.
So we'll keep an eye on Dylan Patoknik. Looks like he just ran out of gas. I don't think it's a groin injury, even though he was holding close to his groin.
He has high energy, no question.
So North Carolina, a little bit of trouble. They want to get this underneath the 10-point deficit, preferably close to 5 points by the end of the third quarter.
Patoknik, Bertani, Richardson, Patoknik, Austin, and Ian Epstein on the court for Florida.
Epstein probably will finish the game, I would assume, since I haven't seen him all game prior to now.
Good take by Serrano. Just a tight rim for him. Good screen.
Notice how the Gators are all going to the three-point line. Another block by Patoknik. That's his third of the night, and he gets the board. Did he step out of bounds? No, they're going to say jump ball.
Going to call jump ball.
What I'm saying is notice how Florida is very smart on defense, and they're all guarding the perimeter. They know they're up by 11. We'll give them the 2. We're not going to give them the 3.
Yeah. Yeah, Dylan Patoknik just gets through the double team press like it's nothing.
Jay. Straight up, Jay. 3. Jacob.
Florida is now in the bonus. Going to the line is Brian Richardson.
Serrano called for his third. We got a quarter and 2 minutes to go, and I'm sure he'll be playing the fourth too. I don't believe he played the second. Could be wrong.
So it's getting to that point, John. Who else on North Carolina can shoot threes besides Wilde?
Well, I think Barrett, who's on the bench, and I believe Sanji has a pretty legit shot too when he gets back. Good rebound. That's over the back.
Yeah, bad foul by Potoknik.
That brings them into 1-1. So both teams into 1-1 now.
These are just the little things.
Nope. Excuse me. They're not in a 1-1.
Yeah, I thought they
Sorry,
were.
Kyle.
I was just going to say, these are the little things that Austin can work on with his game. You don't want to commit fouls when you're up by 11 late in the quarter, and you want to have your eyes up more, especially when you're leading the charge on the fast break.
Yeah, agreed.
1:31 to go. Driving into Serrano. Definitely not the shot that Hendricks wanted off the pass.
No, Serrano got the ball in his hand, and everybody knew that ball was going to the rim.
That's now 4 fouls on Serrano. Yeah, it could be a foul. I thought he got all ball, but, you know, when you're coming in full speed like that, usually it's going to be called a reach-in foul.
Good hustle, you gotta be smart.
Yeah, you can hear Coach Hendricks. He's telling him good hustle, but when you got 3, you can't get that fourth. Potoknik doesn't even have to jump for that rebound.
Getting past is the other Potoknik. Gets the friendly roll, and the Tar Heels are in a lot of trouble now.
Yeah, Devin went for the steal, as you can kind of have to down this much, and Dylan just got by him, Dylan Potoknik.
Serrano for 3. Can he answer? Yes.
Does.
Big time answer. It's now down to a 10-point lead. Will Florida hold for the last shot?
Well, we'll see. We'll see if they can get a stop here. Well, there goes that idea. That was quick.
I mean, when you can get inside the paint like that with ease, never mind. Don't listen to me.
I agree.
29-17. From the right to the left hand on the dribble. Fouled on the play. Problem is, it's a running clock.
Nope, it's a stop
clock. It's the third and fourth quarter. So he can make both, and the clock remains stopped. All right, John, you make the call. Let's say he makes both. Would you try to foul right away to stop the clock?
You're down 12. I think you need the ball any way you can. It's not a bad idea. You got to pick the right person to foul.
Well, yeah, obviously they're going to try to get it to Austin Potoknik. So if they somehow get it to Richardson, would you foul Richardson even though Florida's in the bonus?
I'd probably foul anybody but number 11.
And there they go. So they can't foul 11. They're going to try to triple team. Here it comes, and they break through it right away. 31 seconds on the clock. Up by 10, and a steal by Serrano.
Hold the ball up if you can. You don't have to get too excited here.
Got to get it to your point guard, and he does. Got plenty of time. Serrano gets it back, and a bad foul. Yeah. Serrano said it was on the shot, right? Right men in stripes? No.
I love the fact you're trying to sell it.
Not even in the NBA would that be a shooting foul. Serrano attacks. 16 seconds on the clock. Nice pump fake. Gets the ball back. Can't get it to fall. And could have been this 5th foul, but it was all ball. 9 seconds on the clock. An open 3. Will it go? No. Rebounded by Serrano, and they got to push. 2 seconds. 1. Half-court heave.
Ooh.
A lot closer than I thought it would be.
Closer than it should have been. He had a couple defenders by him. You don't want to take that foul, but
29-19. Sanji's coming back in. If North Carolina can get a couple of quick buckets, things could get interesting. I just don't know if they have enough to stop Austin Potoknik.
Yeah, I'm not worried about North Carolina's offense because if a couple of those players that I know, if they turn it on, they can score with anybody. What I am worried about is stopping 11 and number 1. Like you said, with the long strides, Potoknik, he can get down the court, beat everybody down the court for layups. And some of his rebounds, Kyle, he hasn't even had to jump. He's got so much height over many of the kids in this league. They're just dropping in his lap.
I don't know if you watched last year's NCAA tournament, but there was this guy for UCF when they were playing Duke in the second round. Taco Fall. He was 7'6".
Yeah.
Zion was, one of the best athletes in the NBA now, Zion, and Zion was getting just absolutely destroyed by Taco Fall.
Yeah. Taco's on the Celtics. That's the one guy I found in the NBA, believe it or not.
He's like a robot because he's so tall he doesn't have to jump.
Yeah. Well, he was used as a prop in the NBA dunk contest.
So that was really fun watching Duke in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Central Florida had them beat. They had that last-second layup that went on every part of the rim except through the net, and Duke held on for the 1-point lead, but they, of course, lost to.
Like you say, like the game we have here today, number 11, you can't teach height, and now you got height and an athlete. That's very hard to stop. They're going to need some outside shooting, North Carolina. They got to get the ball to drop.
Serrano looks like the guy to go to. Sanji back in. And a late check-in. Anik Patel. Wilde, he's got room. He drives in. Foul, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I like Devin going hard to the rim, but he has been blocked a few times. I would think if you head to the rim, take a couple steps back. If the defender doesn't come, you shoot. If he does come, a little quick step around by the baseline, he's got a layup.
I know it's so hard to say because these kids are so young, but when you want to get to that next level, high school and, of course, college, you drive in and you try to get the defense to come in, then you kick it out to Serrano for the 3.
Yeah, I've seen Devin do that a lot in his games, and I've also seen him where he kind of drives in, drives back out, and then uses the defender's momentum against the defender.
It's so big that Sanji's back on the floor because Potoknik, even though he got his own board and got the bunny, he was just going coast to coast with ease, but now that Sanji's back on the floor, he can't do that.
Sanji will have something to say about that.
They just got to box out Potoknik better, but they do have the guy to do that in Sanji. Serrano for 3.
He's made one of these earlier. Good rebound by Devin.
Devin looks up, tried to drill it through the D, but Amin Faraj was the tougher opponent and got the steal.
Yeah, that's a good play by Faraj. That means he's seeing his man and he's seeing the ball. It's a good play.
Lead pass to Faraj, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Serrano. Serrano pushing.
Doesn't have much help here.
Oh, what a move,
nice
but
move.
He just can't get it to fall.
Yeah, he doesn't get rewarded, but that's a heck of a shot.
From one Potoknik to the other. 3-point shot in transition.
Conran goal.
Fouling to the floor is Devin Wilde, and looks like a reach-in foul against the Gators.
Who's got a me? Kenny, you got a me? Are you guarding me?
What North Carolina really needs is a 3-point shot and a steal.
Yeah, we are in the 4th quarter. Got an official timeout here. That last foul put them in the 1-and-1.
So we got 2 officials in pants and 1 in shorts.
That's PJ. I've never seen him without shorts on in my entire life.
Even when it's 15 degrees outside?
It is 15 degrees out. And he showed up today early with a smile. All these referees do a great job. They really do. Some of these guys have been reffing these games for 20 years.
Faraj falling to the floor. And it's a reach-in foul against Sanji.
Danny O'Donnell called that from a long distance. I don't think Tom Hendricks was happy. I still think that's the right call. It was in front of us, but good recovery defense by North Carolina there. They were beat. Miles Barrett with a great steal.
They trap Condridge. There's Potoknik again. And because he's such a menacing force, even when he doesn't do anything, it just forces tough layups in transition.
You're absolutely right. He didn't do a thing, and Miles thought he was going to be there, and it just took off his shot just enough. That's a travel.
And you can hear Hendricks saying, look, we gotta hustle. It's a running clock. We gotta go.
This is a key possession here. Under 5 minutes.
And Devin Wilde knows it, shoots it right away. There's Sanji again.
Big rebound.
As good as Potoknik has been today, Sanji's been the better rebounder.
Oh, no question.
And that's heads up by Serrano. Even though it was a circus shot, he saw that his defender was off balance. Worst case scenario is I get fouled and I go to the line for 2.
With the score like that, though, if you don't get that call, the coach will go absolutely batty because you had a couple guards that were wide open, but he made it work. Like I said, this is a big possession. They come out of here with, I'd like to see 2 for them. If not, you get the 1, but you're keeping it within range.
And then it gets to the point.
Oh,
that's exactly what North Carolina wanted.
they sure did. They needed that. Just a unlucky break, really, but it's a great play.
They got to keep feeding Sanji because that's the one person that Potoknik has had trouble defending.
Got a turnover here. Coach wants him
Oh,
to
he's
reset.
open. Where is the defense? Sanji again.
They lost track. Momentum swing here. They got him. Coach calling for a trap. We got a timeout. That's a really smart timeout by Florida. We were probably at the 6 or 2nd time or hand wave by the referee. I don't think he was going to get that over half court. Momentum swung.
Absolutely. Now for North Carolina, what do you do on defense to defend number 11?
I don't know. We always say you got to double team their best player. He's head and shoulders the best player on their team.
The problem is they have so much height. They have Richardson,
Yes.
they have Farage, they have Shaw. It's just so hard to double team Potoknik when they can just dish it out to Farage on the low block.
I go back to kind of what we talked about in the 6th grade team. As a coach, I think I would say, listen, we're in a tight game. It's tighter than we think. We're down 5. We're not going to let 11 beat us. He's going to get his points, but he can't get 6 or 8 more points in this quarter. It won't work. You're going to have to gamble, I think.
So we'll see what North Carolina does on the defensive end. The good news is Sanji is starting to heat up on the offensive end. He's becoming a force on the low block, and we'll see if they're going to have to do their own types of double team or quicker on the rotations, which will isolate Serrano and Wilde on the offensive
Correct.
end.
And you know what? And North Carolina played team basketball those last couple minutes, and there's no secret to that. That's why they're kind of back in this game.
And there's the double team on number 11. Goes to the other Potoknik. He just runs the floor with ease, just like his older brother.
Just a little ball fake, and it just gave him the whole court was wide open to him.
Inside the lane, foul. Oh, no, a travel.
3-pointer here, Kyle, and we got a 2-point game. This is interesting.
You just got to get the best look. Doesn't have to be wide open, but it's got to be a good look. Good job by Wilde getting the shot he wanted, just couldn't fall.
Boy, that's got to fall for him.
Reach and foul.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I was blocked or not. I thought that was just the top of the ball.
That's why they're in the stripes and I have the headset on.
Me and you both.
As driving in is Potoknik.
So in the inbounds there, North Carolina, they gave Florida everything towards their basket. I'd like to see all the defenders on the other side push him towards your basket. Serrano's going up with this no matter what.
Oh! That's next
What a
level.
play.
That's next level layup stop by Serrano. He'll be playing in high school.
It's a 3-point game. 4 is wide open for Florida. Wide open.
Condren can't get it to fall, and a 3-pointer can tie it up.
Hendricks wants him to push the ball.
Wilde. Yep, definitely an offensive foul.
Push off.
Definitely an offensive foul. Heads up play by Potoknik, seeing that he got hit, just fall to the floor. It's definitely not a flop. Good call by the officiating staff. And,
Referee's trying to figure out if they're in 1-1, which they are not.
and Potoknik thought that was on Serrano, which would have been his 5th foul. It was not.
Yeah, it was on Devin. Good screen there by Farage. Another good screen. That's what you have to do. Potoknik posting up Miles. Coach wanted a double team there, just didn't get there in time.
They got what they wanted. Sanji was just late on the rotation.
Yep, he sure was.
Still have plenty of time for a comeback. They're trying to get a screen for Serrano's 3. Long-ranging
Partially
3, air
blocked.
ball, and don't have to foul yet. Try to get a steal in the next 15 seconds, then you have to foul. Oh, what
Nice
a move by Dylan Potoknik.
You're going to get a reach in. It's the right call. You got to stop the layup.
Potoknik's like, you got to be kidding me, man.
Oh, that was a great little crossover. I think that's 5 on Devin Wilde. That's going to hurt North Carolina. It's not going to take him out of it, but Devin is one of their best 3-point shooters, no question. So coming in for Devin is Christian Heischman. Got a loose basketball on the court.
And you're wondering why Potoknik has great handles. He's been learning from the best. His favorite NBA player, Russell Westbrook.
That makes sense, quite frankly, although he doesn't travel as much.
Well, the officials don't think Russell's traveling.
Right.
Rebounded by the Gators. Now they have to foul. The problem is the wrong. Oh, it's going to be an open
Wide
layup.
open.
Oh,
Oh, he missed
no!
It's another big possession here. I know I've said it a couple times, but they need 2 here. Now I believe we're going to be in the bonus. Maybe not yet. Yeah, we are. Serrano with 1-1 here with just less than a minute to go.
All right, you make the call, John. Do you make the first one and try to miss the second one on purpose?
Not yet. I really don't. I think North Carolina's full court press, they've gotten a couple turnovers off it. Unfortunately, when they don't get the turnover, Florida's had the the wide open layup. I would try to press one more time.
Well, they got the miss. It wasn't on purpose, and it
Right.
goes to Potoknik trying to draw the charge.
Coach has got to be asking for fouls
Go
soon.
for the ball. Go for the ball, guys. Let's go. You got to go get him.
Dylan
Wide open.
Potoknik is such a heads-up player.
Yeah, he is. I can't believe 11 missed that shot. He hasn't missed anything all day.
Foul him. Foul him. You got to foul him. Foul him.
Now you got to get a ref to call a foul. This isn't the easiest thing in the world.
They're just not ready to foul, and finally they do. Well, it took off 10 seconds off the clock, John, but they got the right guy they wanted to foul. They didn't want to foul the Potoknik brothers.
No, they didn't. I know Coach Hendricks might be a little upset at that, but 11 and 1 had the ball, and if you're gonna, I would waste 5 more seconds to take your best free throw shooters off the line. It's not to say
Gotta get the rebound, guys. Come on.
that Blake Shaw is not a good free throw shooter, but we've seen the Potoknik brothers how good they are. Timeout, North Carolina.
It's like comparing Tony Kukoc to Michael Jordan. It's not like you
Right.
don't want Kukoc on the
Right.
line, but if you're up by 5, you
Right,
want Michael
right.
Jordan to have the basketball.
Yeah, if you have your choice.
So
So Florida's gonna. North Carolina's got the ball here, right? So
Yeah.
Florida, do you defend at the half-court line?
I just want them to waste clock. So I'm kind of gonna come up to the perimeter, and if they want to go to the hoop for the layup, I'll give them the layup.
Yeah, right.
Because Potoknik has been so, red hot at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, he's had a great game. This has been a great game all the way around.
Oh, it's just been fantastic. I thought it was going to be a blowout, and then
I did too.
Sanji came back on the floor, and it just created all kinds of matchup problems for Florida.
Both teams in this game have played a lot more team basketball, and especially in the second half. Maybe the first quarter we saw a little bit of, not much of it, but second half's been some good team basketball.
So we'll see what Florida wants to do here. If I'm the Gators, I'm going to give them the layup and make them waste clock. But no, they're going to go with a full-on defense. They got to get something quick. It's now at 15 seconds. Serrano for 3. Oh, circus shot. Wow, what a save by Patel.
It was.
8 seconds left, and that will do it.
Miles Barrett, too. That'll do it.
The Gators are going to be the champions, but a well-fought game by North Carolina. Look, this game looked like it was going to be out of hand early.
Absolutely.
And then Sanji came into the fourth quarter and just changed everything. A couple of big shots by Serrano. Just too much Gators, too much Austin Potoknik tonight.
Florida's going to get their 11th win against 0 losses, and this last win is going to give them some hardware, which is right behind us. Kids will be happy.
And, I didn't care who won this game, but I did feel bad for Blake Shaw. That layup would have completely ended the game.
Yeah.
He missed it. It kept North Carolina in it. So if I had to pick one team I'm happy that Blake Shaw doesn't have to think about missing that layup coming home.
That trophy will get over a lot of that. Oh, jeez.
Serrano is a good-looking player with
Last
that
second, and
three-point
he's
shot.
still all around the rim.
It hangs forever, but there's so much arc on it, you just don't know
Right.
if it's going to be an air ball or a swish. And that
right.
does it for the championship game broadcast. Final thoughts about tonight's game.
Kyle, it's been a pleasure having you here. We appreciate it. I thought this was a little bit better game. I think it was a little more athletic than the 6th grade game. Both second halves, I thought, really showed the kids settled down, and it was some good basketball. It was fun to watch.
So for Ross Rowe, Beth Clem, Scott Mayernick, and John Walls, I'm Kyle Smith signing off. We'll see you on the next broadcast of EGTV. Drive home safely, everybody.